Pleasant good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We're located in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to take a look at another Ford. Friday we did a 2019. Today we're going to do a 2021 Ford F-350 this time. And this one has super low mileage, and we're going to go over the mileage once we get inside. Again, this unit came on trade. Great unit, great condition. Again, it is a 2021, so you must expect some great things about this unit. So we're gonna start off from the back end of this truck. As you guys can see, the exterior is silver. This one does have the FX4 off-road package. And what does that mean, guys? It does have protection underneath the vehicle. And would we be able to see some of the stuff I'm talking about? I know we're gonna go a little bit low, but there is protection underneath that truck. And there is some plates that will cover the fuel and transmission. So all that stuff underneath here is part of the FX4 package. So it is an off-road unit. Some of the cool things about this particular truck is some of the things you could do with it, especially with the tailgate. I mentioned before in the past, in the interior there is a switch that will put down that tailgate. The other option is to press the button on the handle area of that tailgate, or you could actually use your remote. And if you take a closer look at the remote, we have your unlock button, we got your lock, we got your remote start, and of course that tailgate release. So if I double click on that, it would automatically drop down and allow you access to that bed. I did leave the fifth wheel hitch that Larry did on a few days ago. That just to show you what this truck is capable of. Having a fifth wheel hitch on here with your camper. Again, this one does have that sliding capability. Again, that's some of the stuff you could add to this F-350. It also has a puck system, and maybe in the next video, if it's not sold, I'll remove that fifth wheel and show you what that gooseneck bar looks like set up on that trailer side of this truck. So again, you do have the option of doing both a fifth wheel or a gooseneck ball. And I added this one just to show you guys what it looks like. And of course, if you guys looking for a fifth wheel or a gooseneck, let us know, and we'll also find this out from our parts department. Another cool thing about this unit, it is spray bed lined, and as you guys can see, the protection of that bed is one of the biggest thing a truck owner looks for. Having the bed just sprayed and having it scratch up, looking ugly, having that spray bed liner on here will keep that back of that truck looking as perfect as it is right now. Again, with Ford, you do have that rear step, very easy to access. And of course, if you want a handle to go in and out, you have that safety feature up here. It is expandable, so you could actually bring it up or lower it down as needed. And very easy to tuck away. And of course, closing up that tailgate is very easy as well. Some of the cool things I want to point out right now, this one does have tie downs, removable tie downs. It does have a switch here to turn on the bed lights. So that switch is located right here. So you don't have to go inside of the vehicle to turn that on and off. You can do it right from the outside. The vehicle don't have to be running either to allow those lights to come on. Another cool thing that was added to this unit was this retractable tonneau cover. This one is a heavy duty one. It is very firm. And again, it is lockable, so if you have personal items in here, especially having an expensive hitch or whatever, you could actually lock this up as needed. And of course, when you're ready to tow or put stuff in the bed, it goes all the way to the back end and stores in this compartment right over here. Again, this one does come with rest sensors, a bumpable hitch, and of course your 7-pin and 4-pin hookup. You also have those hookups inside the bed for your trailer. And as we come around here, it is a single wheel F-350. On with the F-350s, you could get the dual wheels as well, but this one is a single wheel. Again, some people might have the question, people that don't really know too much about trucks when they're trying to get into it. They come either single wheel or dually, and you have to buy those separate. You cannot convert that. I mean, there might be a way of doing that aftermarket, but again, just from this, you cannot change this out from a single wheel to a dually. So you'll have to buy the dually chassis. This one does come with fixed running boards from Ford. This one is a crew cab, so just taking a look at the back seat as we go around. One thing I love about this truck is the interior. I love tan interiors. I don't know about everybody else. I know a lot of people with the darker interiors, they always complain about the heat, it being hot because it's black. But the tan interior actually appeals to me a lot. I love lighter interiors, and that's my preference. But in the back end, you do have heated back seats, tons of charging options, tons of leg room. That's something that is a must for a lot of people. And especially having that panoramic sunroof. Again, this one is the Lariat edition, so it does have a lot of features on here compared to the lower trim levels. Again, the Platinum was one we showed you guys on Friday, but with having this Lariat, still has the the heated seats in the back, the tons of storage, and of course the underneath seat here. This one does come equipped with a gooseneck ball, and then again, it's straight from the Ford factory. So one of the cool things is it comes equipped with everything that you will need for your chain tie downs and that ball. So a lot of people love to have those ready in the vehicle, so that's something you could store underneath your seat when you're ready for it. And as we look at the passenger side of the front end, this one does come equipped with heated and cool seats in the front. Again, that tan interior, I tell you, each time it appeals to me. I love seeing lighter interiors in units. Again, everybody has their personal preferences. So if that doesn't appeal to you, there are black ones out there, gray interiors, black interiors. I haven't seen some brown interiors on the, like those King Ranches and stuff has those brown interiors. Looking at the different badges on this truck, this one does come with the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel engine. Of course, it is a Lariat edition, so one of the cool things to look for is those badges to know exactly what's inside those trucks. Again, not all the time all those badges are real. Sometimes some people put those on there just for fun. But again, you could actually check on Carfaxes, window stickers that will show you the exact trim level, engine, and of course, brand as well. So this one is the Lariat F-350. So let's look underneath the hood to see what that 6.7 liter engine looks like. So what you guys are looking at, again, is a 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel engine. This one is also partnered with a 10-speed automatic transmission. This unit produces about 450 horsepower and about 1,050 foot-pounds of torque. Again, well-compact engine. And like we always tell you, every time we get a used unit in, even though it's Ford, Ram, Nissan, you name it, whenever we get it in, we bring it to our local dealership nearby. And this one went to our Ford dealership, even though it has low mileage. We always make sure we change the oils, we make sure everything is in working condition. It went through that shop, everything was good, so that's why we're here presenting this truck to you on this video. One of the cool things about Ford I love is those LED lights. Again, when you're at night and you want to put some, charge your batteries or even check your oil and everything like that, this light alone will give you enough light to see at night underneath that hood. As we close this up, one of the cool things, even as the Ford goes up in years, the newer LED headlamps, they are pretty cool, very bright. Again, the LEDs does come in the fogs as well. This one doesn't have front sensors, but it does have that 360 camera view. So underneath that Ford badge, you have one camera. You have two cameras located, one on each side of those tow mirrors. And of course, you have a couple in the back as well in that bed of the truck. So right now we're gonna show you a few things on the door. On the driver door, you do have a keypad entry. Again, you could set your code as needed. If you don't have the keys on you and you want to get something in the vehicle, you could come in quickly with that 4-digit code or whatever amount of digits you decide to put on here. You could go in and out of that vehicle, lock it up. And then if the keys are on you, keyless entry as well, you do have that option of locking the vehicle like this or unlocking it with your hands in here. And then you could enter into that unit. So let's jump inside and kind of show you guys some of the interior features. I did mention that panoramic sunroof. This one does have a push to start button. It also has memory seats. As you guys can see, the steering wheel and seat just moved. So I'm gonna see, okay, there's only one setting, which is the number one setting. This unit only has 15,334 miles. So that's super low mileage for 2021. Again, this one does have automatic or electric tilt for your steering wheel, electric seats, and of course power windows, power locks, powered mirrors, and also the tow mirrors are actually powered as well, so you don't have to go out and pull on those mirrors. You could actually use that switch to adjust those mirrors. So super cool. This one also comes with folding mirrors as well, so if in case you are in a parking spot, you could actually use the settings, so whenever you lock that vehicle, the folding mirrors go in, or you could deactivate that as well. So if in case you don't want to use the button each time, every time you lock that vehicle, those mirrors will close automatically. We're going to start off with the steering wheel. On the steering wheel here, we got a few different options here. We do have all your entertainment controls here for volume on your radio. You could actually change different stations or tracks. If you have presets on your stereo, you could actually toggle through the different presets. Over here, you have your controls here for your dash, so you could actually toggle through the different options in front of you. You can see the engine hours, you could see your transmission temperature. Oil life is 97%. There's so much you could actually view just from here. We will need to add depth fluid to this unit, so that's something I will take care of right after this video. But again, depth fluid is something you want to check on every single time before you go on a trip. But again, with that depth fluid right now, it tells me I have a range of 1,300 miles. So again, once I add more to that, especially if it's full, it will give me actual range of how long I have on my depth fluid, which is pretty cool. Again, tire PSIs. So many different options here. It will take you a couple minutes to go through every single information on this. So that's something I would advise everybody when you buy a used unit. Just go through all those different options and see exactly what this unit comes with. You do have cruise control over here and hands-free calling down here. This one is 4x4, so you have your 4x4 controls over here, trailer brake, and of course a trailer backup assist wheel right here. Different settings on here when it comes to your sources. You have pretty much all options: AM, FM, satellite radio, and of course your Bluetooth. When it comes to your climate control, you can do everything via touchscreen up here. Change your temperature, adjust the fan, but you could do all those levels and all those stuff down here manually. So if in case you don't want to go through your screen, you could do it down here. We have cool seats with the blue, heated seats with the red, and the same for your passenger. Wireless charging. Again, we're going to go back up to the screen. Again, you could actually plug in your phone via Bluetooth, or you could do it via USB. This one does come equipped with navigation, and of course your different app store capability as well. With your settings, you have a few different settings here. So again, take some time and learn your settings, learn where everything is, so if you decide to look for a certain setting, you know exactly where it is. Again, back to wireless charging. This one does come with a little case, a little cover that goes over that phone, so out of sight, out of mind. you know, so once you put it down here, you can close it up, everything will come up on your screen, even though you go either Bluetooth or you go Apple or Android capability, whichever one you decide to go with. Again, I mentioned on the last video with the Fords, I love that little extension they have. Again, I do have bigger bottles that I carry on a daily basis, and having that area here to actually sit those bottles is very handy, because sometimes you got to put it in the door or put it on your seat or put it on the ground. Having that extra or that extension on the cup holder makes it very easy. And again, you got your regular size cup holders over here, which if in case you're not going to use that the extension, you could pull it back and then use that area down here. Over here, you could use this as storage. Put your phone, put your keys, put coins, your wallet, whatever the case may be. You have that area down here. Not forgetting this huge storage box. This particular one came equipped with a safe, a personal safe. So again, you could put in your 4-digit code, lock it as needed. You could store all your personal items in here. Once it's stored, there's no way somebody could actually break into this. So again, this one was put in by Ford from the factory. So that's something, if you guys want to add after the fact, contact your nearest Ford dealership parts department and see if you could get one that's capable with your Ford. More cup holders in the back here. Again, I did mention we have that panoramic sunroof, so we're going to take a look at this console up here. You do have that visor, and like I mentioned, for all those just tuning in for the first time, Ford does come equipped with that visor that will stop halfway. That will give you that sunroof feel. And then if you want that full panoramic sunroof, you're going to press that visor button one more time. It will go all the way to the back and give you that full view. Once you're done, you could actually close that up. Again, it will stop halfway. So when it does stop and you want to close it fully, you got to press that button one more time. And it will automatically close as well. If you want to tilt your sunroof or actually open it, those are the switches for that. You got all your light options over here. Again, what I love about Ford is that auxiliary switches. And right now I have about 3 aftermarket switches on my truck, and I had to drill some holes into my dash, which I was hoping that it was done perfectly, so I didn't have to leave holes in my dash. But again, with Ford, having those 6 auxiliary switches makes life so much easier without having to put those aftermarket switches all over your truck. So if I like my light bar, I could turn that on with auxiliary 1, put some labels on here, you know, a light bar in my bed of my truck, put a switch on number 2. I have lights. My truck didn't come with lights underneath the dash and underneath the seats. Again, I had to run a switch for that. So again, I could have run it on auxiliary 2. So there's so much different reasons why you will need those auxiliary switches, especially for those people that like to customize their trucks. So having those auxiliary switches does come in very handy. But again, having a cool truck like this, pulling capacity is pretty good. Again, just the interior, having this tan interior, you don't have to worry about the heat. Again, you could tint those windows to keep that heat out of that truck a lot. But again, if you guys are interested in Ford, Ram, GMC, feel free to reach out to us. We'll let you know exactly what we have in stock. You could also go on transwest.com, go to our automotive group. We got tons of different dealerships all over Colorado and of course Wyoming. So feel free to reach out to us and then we'll answer any of your questions. In the meantime, you guys have been looking at a 2021 Ford F-350. This one only has 15,000 miles. Great condition, great unit, and of course it is ready for your questions. So my number will be at the bottom of the screen with my email. Feel free to reach out, and in the meantime, have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll be back with you for more videos as the week go by. Thank you very much, and see you guys next time.